عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وقال موسى يا قوم إن كنتم آمنتم بالله فعليه توكلوا إن كنتم مسلمين فقالوا على الله توكلنا ربنا لا تجعلنا فتنة للقوم الظالمين ونجنا برحمتك من القوم الكافرين وأوحينا إلى موسى وأخيه أن تبوأ لقومكما بمصر بيوتا واجعلوا بيوتكم قبلة وأقيموا الصلاة وبشر المؤمنين وقال موسى ربنا إنك آتيت فرعون وملأه زينة وأموالا في الحياة الدنيا ربنا ليضلوا عن سبيلك ربنا اطمس على أموالهم واشدد على قلوبهم فلا يؤمنوا حتى يروا العذاب الأليم قال قد أجيبت دعوتكما فاستقيما ولا تتبعان سبيل الذين لا يعلمون صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Surah Younus, the part where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about Sayyidina Musa ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam and his people, the Bani Israel. And last night we had read that only a very few people brought faith in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because they were afraid of Fir'aun. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also saying that Fir'aun was high-handed and a cruel person, so it made sense that they were afraid. So Sayyidina Musa ala Nabina alayhi salatu wassalam, he said to them, Ya qawmi in kuntum amantum billahi fa'alayhi tawakkalu. O people, O my people, if you have brought faith in Allah, then upon Him place your trust. Do tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in kuntum muslimin, if you are believers. فَقَالُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ تَوَكَّلْنَا. So they said, عَلَى اللَّهِ تَوَكَّلْنَا. Upon Allah we do our tawakkal, we place our trust. رَبَّنَا لَا تَجْعَلْنَا فِتْنَةً لِلْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. And Allah, do not make us a target for the unjust zalim people, a victim of the cruel unjust people. وَنَجِّنَا بِرَحْمَتِكَ مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. And save us through your mercy from the disbelieving people. So one thing that should be understood is that these people, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam is saying, place your trust, do tawakkal. Then these people are saying that we do tawakkal, and then they are also making dua. So therefore it should be understood, sometimes we get this question in our mind that as if tawakkal or placing your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is something else and making dua is something else. No, they are. When you place your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this means that you believe that the real doer of everything is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you, with that belief, try your best through worldly means and through religious means, through spiritual means, to get that purpose. Dua is also one of those means. So therefore there is no contradiction or no friction between dua and tawakkul. Sometimes people say that we'll make this dua that Ya Allah, whatever you please you do. That is nowhere we have been taught that we give up everything and just say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, you do what you please. We have nothing to, we are basically, this is not tawakkul. This is not being happy with what Allah decides. Whatever Allah decides, we have to be happy with it, but we also have to, in clear terms, with conviction, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what we want. So this is what these people wanted, and this is what they, alongside their tawakkal, they are also asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, Ya Allah, do not make us a victim and deliver us from these people from your mercy, through your mercy. وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى مُوسَى وَأَخِيهِ أَن تَبَوَّأَ لِقَوْمِكُمَا بِمِصْرَ بُيُوتًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that we gave wahi to Musa and his brother that you make Misr your houses. You make your Misr, the place that you are in, don't leave it, stay there. Make that your make it your place of your station. وَجْعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً. So what happened was that in all previous shari'ah, all previous anbiya, the command was that there was only a specific place of worship, a house of worship, where you could go and pray. It is the specialty of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that his ummah has been given this specialty, this honor, that the whole earth has been made masjid for them. Wherever they are, they can pray. But for the previous nations, it was that they had to come to the masjid. So what happened was that Fir'aun, when he learned that this is the command, he commanded to destroy all the places of worship. So all the places of worship were destroyed. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding people, these Bani Israel, to stay in Misr, stay in Egypt and not go outside. So then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَاجْعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً, make your houses such that they are facing the Qibla. And that Qibla, according to the research Muhaqqiq Mufassirin, it was the Kaaba. That you make your houses facing the Kaaba and pray therein. So your houses will become masajid. But again, the general earth was still not made masjid for them. Their houses, if they were specially built facing the Qibla, they could pray in their houses, because there was Fir'aun, who was an unjust person, but still they could not pray anywhere. They had to pray in those specific houses which were made facing the Qibla. وَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ, and establish Salah. وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that those who have believed, give them the good news. وَقَالَ Musa, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that Musa said, رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ آتَيْتَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَمَلَأَهُ زِينَةً وَأَمْوَالًا فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا رَبَّنَا لِيُضِلُّوا عَنْ سَبِيلِكَ, that, O my Rabb, you have given Fir'aun and his people zina wa amwal. So you have given Fir'aun and his people honor, control, wealth, zinat, things of beauty. All of those things you have given. Fil hayati dunya, he is a prophet, so he knows fully well that this is only for this worldly life. And he knows Rabbana liyudhillu an sabilik, and you have given it to them so that they can pull people astray from your path, pull people away from your path. Because what is going to happen? This is a kafir king, he is in power, he has authority, he has all the worldly things. So he's going to use that to pull people away from your path. So Ya Allah, he's already done it. He's done it. رَبَّنَا اطْمِسْ عَلَىٰ أَمْوَالِهِمْ وَاشْدُدْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبِهِمْ فَلَا يُؤْمِنُوا. Sayyidina Musa ala Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, he was a Jalali Nabi. He was a person who had a lot of love and affection for his people, but he also had a lot of jalal, a lot of anger as well. So therefore, Sayyidina Musa ala Nabi salatu wasalam, when he knew that these people are not going to bring faith and they are going to keep on bothering Bani Israel, the Israelites, he made this dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, Ya Allah, the reason why you gave them wealth and the things of beauty was that they could pull people away from your path, and they have done it, they are doing it. رَبَّنَا اطْمِسْ عَلَىٰ أَمْوَالِهِمْ, and there is no hope of their ever coming to faith. So Ya Allah, obliterate اطْمِسْ عَلَىٰ أَمْوَالِهِمْ, their riches, وَاشْدُدْ عَلَىٰ قُلُوبِهِمْ. He went so far to say that, Ya Allah, harden their hearts so much, فَلَا يُؤْمِنُوا, that they never ever bring faith. So this dua was accepted, as we learned in the next ayah. All their wealth, all their dananir, the gold coins, the things of beauty, all of that turned to stone. And that is one of the 9 signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned that were given to Sayyidina Musa ala Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. This was one of them, that everything was turned to stone. فَلَا يُؤْمِنُوا, and their hearts became such hard that they never brought faith. حَتَّى يَرَوُا الْعَذَابَ الْأَلِيمَ, until they see the painful punishment. When you see that punishment, then even if you bring faith, your faith has no value, because you are already seeing what you are. This is iman bil ghaib, is the test. You bring faith on what you did not see. But when you see it and then you say I bring faith, such as Fir'aun did, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not let you do it. Qala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا, the prayer of the two of you has been granted. So herein, something that we should understand is, the previous ayah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Musa Nabi ala Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, وَقَالَ Musa. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا, we accepted the prayer of the both of you. So from these two ayat, there is a very important mas'ala of deen that is driven, a very important ruling, which is dua and ijtima' fil dua. Dua in a gathering. The muhaddiseen have written, the mufassirin have written, that as Sayyidina Musa ala Nabi salatu was making this dua, it was his words, because Allah himself has said, وَقَالَ Musa, one person was making dua. But when accepting, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that we are accepting the dua of the both of you. So therein is dalil that there can be combined dua. Sayyidina Musa ala nabiyina alayhi salatu wasalam was saying the words. Sayyidina Harun ala nabiyina alayhi salatu wasalam, his brother, was saying Ameen, Ameen, Ameen. Second thing, therein is proof that if people make dua in a gathering in such a way that one of them makes dua and the others say Ameen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts that dua. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قَالَ قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the prayer of the two of you has been granted. So there is proof that there is high chance that if people are sitting in a gathering and one of them makes dua, the others say Ameen, the du'as of all of them are accepted. The third thing that is proven from this is that Sayyidina Musa was making dua, Sayyidina Harun was saying Ameen. Therefore, the leader, the spiritual leader, is the one who deserves to make the dua in an ijtima, and the others, their station is to say Ameen. So therefore it is proven, three things are proven. Dua in a gathering, when one person makes dua, others say Ameen, the dua of all of them are accepted. Then who's the most deserving of making dua? The Imam, the leader. So therefore these things are proven from this ayat. Fear is a natural thing. Anbiya, also even Anbiya have fear. So fear or being afraid of somebody who's powerful and cruel, it's not against the Iman, or it's not a sign that somebody's Iman is weak. In the fear of somebody doing something which is against the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is the sign of weakness of Iman. Then the three masail that I explained, that dua is, if somebody is making dua who's more knowledgeable and they are the Imam, they are making the dua, and the others are only saying Ameen, they are also included in the dua. And that's not only proven from this, but it's proven from the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ in several places as well. The Prophet ﷺ has said that if a group of people gather and one of them makes dua and the others say Ameen, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala listens to the dua of that gathering. Similarly, it's proven from the Sahaba that they would gather people and make dua. For example, it is copied from Sayyidina Hassan radiallahu anh, that the beloved grandchild of the Prophet ﷺ, that at different occasions, for example, one occasion that is mentioned is that when he would complete the Quran, he would gather people from his family and make dua. Similarly, it is quoted from the Sahaba that they would gather at the time of the completion of Quran and make dua, collective dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قَالَ قَدْ أُجِيبَتْ دَعْوَتُكُمَا فَاسْتَقِيمَا. So the prayer of you has been granted. فَاسْتَقِيمَا, so stand firm. وَلَا تَتَّبِعَانِّ سَبِيلَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ, and do not follow the way of, never follow the way of the ignorant. So this dua, as I already said, was accepted and all of their things were turned to stone. The test there, although, was that this dua was granted 40 years later. This was the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still gave Fir'aun, who was saying that I am the High Lord, ana rabbukum al-a'la. He was saying to everybody that I am your High Lord. Allah still gave him so much time that he was allowed 40 more years after the dua of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. And then finally Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the future ayat we are going to read the forthcoming ayat, that he was drowned and how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala drowned him, and then as he saw the azab he wanted to bring faith, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not let him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all faithlessness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us the people of Iman. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us the people of Quran, those who are special to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and accepted. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqihi Sayyidina wa lana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallim.